Hey guys, what's going on? Paul here. Welcome back to another Cardano video. If you're new, make sure you hit the subscribe and the notification bell so that you never miss any of these updates. And also, please do give the video a like, leave a comment, or even share it out there. All of that really does help get this information out. So today what we're going to look at is a few of the latest updates that I've found. And obviously looking at the price is going to be a big part of that. We got a really nice bounce last night on Bitcoin and across the markets, and feeding into today, again, the market's growing really well at the minute. As well, I've also put together a spec for a writer's position that I'm looking for. I'm looking to bring on a freelance writer. Again, it will be paid per article. So I'll get into that towards the end of the video. And as always, I will have timestamps down below. If you're looking for a stake pool, please do consider my own under the ticker Paul and Paul1. And let's jump into it. So we'll start off with a few bits of news that I found first. Not a whole lot out there apart from the Africa special, but I've seen some people talking about this. ChangeNOW have added ADA, they've added Euro and USD pairs. This is a very easy way to buy ADA. It's not one that I will be encouraging people to use, but it's great to see that there's more and more ways for people to onboard. What you can see here is when I go to buy, if I put in $1,000, the rate I would get is about $136. Currently, the price of ADA is trading at 122, 123. You will see when I go on to the charts in a few minutes. So again, they say no extra fees here, but when you're looking at these types of rates, these are not good rates to be buying into ADA. If you go directly onto an exchange, even Coinbase with their high fees, still going to be a lot cheaper than this. You have Binance, you have Kraken, lots of different opportunities out there once you're in the space. Someone completely new who wants to buy with a credit card, this is an option for them. But if you are watching these videos, there's a good chance you've been around for a while and you are able to make your way around an exchange. And I do have videos on that if you're not. Another one we seen was, or this is an update that comes out every Friday. This is Cardano roadmap, so it's kind of a technical update on what has been going on. So there does be lots of information about the technical side of things. If you're interested in all of that, you can follow it, roadmap.cardano.org. If I ever see anything interesting, I will pick it out and put it into these videos. The one that stood out for me was the ERC20 converter update. So for anyone who hasn't heard of this, this is the application that is being developed, or is basically it is developed, and this will allow people to convert their Ethereum ERC20 tokens, which is a coin created on the Ethereum blockchain, convert that over to a Cardano native asset. So this is a huge feature, and it really will drive adoption and make it so much easier for projects to move from Ethereum over to Cardano. So the latest update was the core functionality is now in place, and the team is working on a security audit as well as some front-end UX UI designs. Again, UX UI designs, that's just basically making it look nice, and then it will be deployed on the testnet. So I really am looking forward to seeing that being launched, and when I get updates on it, or if it is on a testnet and I can show it, then I will make sure to get that into a video. Cardano Africa, I would say the majority of people watching this know all about Cardano Africa and the special that is going on this Thursday. Anyone that hasn't heard of it, it's basically replacing the Cardano 360 event that happens at the end of every month. This one is going to be the Cardano Africa special. It's happening at 4:30 UTC time. I will be watching it, and as soon as I can after it that night, I will get a video out summarizing what's going on. So I'll talk a little bit more about that as well when we get onto the charts as well. One other update that I forgot to mention in some of the recent videos was the number of transactions on the Cardano blockchain has been rising. So epoch 259 was the first time we had over 200,000 transactions in one epoch, and epoch is 5 days. Then you can see 260 we had 216,000, and 261 we had just under 195,000 transactions. So look, not a ghost chain anymore, not exactly where we want to be or need to be in terms of transaction volumes to keep rewards and everything where they are, but again, that's a video for another day. What I would say is it's great to see these volumes increasing all the time. Great to see the number of transactions going on. And this is without smart contracts on the platform, which means that we don't have that many projects able to actually utilize the Cardano blockchain just yet. once we get smart contracts and things are really rolling, you will see that this will be in the multiple millions of transactions per epoch every time. That is what I see happening, and I don't see it being under 1,000 or under 1 million once we have smart contracts. So then getting over to the price, taking a look at what's going on. So you can see that the market overall has had a really nice bounce in the last 24 hours. Most coins in 24 hours are up. The ones that are in red there are the stable coins. So looking at Bitcoin first, just to take a look at what's going on here, you can see these types of pullbacks. As I said in a few videos recently, these types of pullbacks in the market, they do happen. And again, I'm starting with Bitcoin because Bitcoin is what is driving the market right now, and we need to look at that to see where the ADA price is going. So you can see back here, the middle to end of February, we hit a new all-time high, had a pullback of 26%, went back on then to set a new all-time high on the 13th of March, again pullback 18.6% before going to set the all-time high on the 14th of April. Again, we've had these big pullbacks here, and that came up to minus 27.5%. So this one back here, which did not get talked about near as much, was only 1% better than the pullback we've just had. And what you notice is that when we hit the bottom down here, we've had a huge green candle today, which we will talk more about. The same thing here, when we hit the big pullback here, we had the really big green candle, bit of a pullback then. So again, I wouldn't be surprised if we see a bit of a pullback either tonight or into tomorrow before going and taking off properly then. So again, had its pullback, bit of up and down before really taking off. This one was a bit more straightforward. We had our pullback and then it kind of just kept going. Yes, there was a pullback here, but it even closed the second day as a green candle as well. Bit of sideways before setting the all-time high. So again, if we see a bit of a pullback in the price tonight, don't worry about it. It is natural. It's the natural flow of how the markets are going to work. One thing I did see that was interesting on this, if we look at the CME futures, so you can see here, this is the Bitcoin CME futures. They closed on Friday at, hold on, this is on the daily. We need to go into the hourly to look at this. You can see they closed on Friday at $50,550. So when they opened then last night, they were down at $47,000. As soon as they opened, we started to see some huge buying pressure. Now, I'm not saying this was just down to the CME, but you can see how institutional players play such a big role in this. And a lot of times when you see these dips, unfortunately, it's the retail investors that panic, that sell at all of these lows down here, and then they FOMO back in up here. So when you've been involved in crypto for a while, you will get used to seeing these types of pullbacks. So don't get scared when you see them. They're all part of being in the markets. If you look here, as I've shown with these 3 pullbacks that we have seen, this is what happens within crypto. Even coming back here, you have the big pullback before going on to huge all-time highs. Looking at the AUD/USD price then, again, for anyone, this is their first video that you're seeing of mine. That was heavily focused on Bitcoin. That's not normally the way it is. It's just where the market is right now that you need to keep an eye on that. So again, the AUD/USD price has broken an important level here. We were in a bit of a downtrend at this stage, but the pump up this morning, or the bounce, has brought us back above this level, which is really good to see. What I would like to see is get a bit of stability here around this $1.20 before making the run up to $1.33, because $1.33 has always given us a bit of resistance. You can see here, back at this point, lots of resistance around $1.33. So that is the next level that I'm personally looking at. And depending on what happens on Thursday. So there's lots of expectation about the price of Cardano, the price of ADA pumping up with Thursday's announcements at Africa, the Africa special. I would say there's lots of that already priced in. So there's lots of what's going to happen already priced in. And my, I suppose, slight fear even on it is that it's not going to live up to everyone's expectations. But some people think that we are going to take over the world with what's going to be announced. I would say have realistic expectations. I do think it's going to be extremely positive for Cardano, but look at it with realistic expectations. If we don't get the sun, the moon, the stars, everything, then don't go panicking and selling off and everything like that. I think this is really going to be good for the long term. Again, I have no idea what's coming. I am very hopeful of what's coming, and I am expecting a push to the upside. But I'm just saying that don't start to panic if we don't see it straight away. The news will have to settle in on what it actually means, because it is going to be a first for blockchain. So we need to see how the news settles in once it is announced. If we look at the ADA BTC chart, still very much trending sideways. This is why I spent a bit of time on the Bitcoin price today. But you can see that this is the price of ADA against Bitcoin, and you can see completely sideways in consolidation at the minute. Yes, bits of moves up and down. Potentially with what happens Thursday, we could go up to test the 2,500 sats level, which for me is the key point of where we can start a real breakout for the ADA price and go on a run again that is not fully correlated with Bitcoin. Because right now, in this section here, I would say we're very much correlated with Bitcoin. When we were in these huge run-ups for the Mary hard fork, which I think we will get similar movement for the Alonzo hard fork later this year, then this is where we were not really correlated to Bitcoin at all on the rise or on the fall. But then we fell back into the, I suppose, correlation with Bitcoin at this stage here. So that's really it on the price of the charts, the ADA, Bitcoin, everything that's going on. Talking then about what I want to do going forward. So again, just getting very close to 40,000 subscribers. A huge thank you to everyone who continues to watch the videos, that shares them out there, that likes all of the videos, gives me feedback on all of them. I'm always open to feedback. As long as it's constructive feedback, then I am open to getting anything that can help improve this channel for you guys going forward. So again, thank you very much to everyone that is watching. What I'm currently looking for is a writer and a researcher. So I will put a link to this forum down below as well. What I'm looking for is probably someone who has experience in writing, and even writing within the crypto space. So the ideal candidate for this, I suppose, is someone who's involved in the Cardano community, who is really interested in Cardano. They may even be doing a lot of this already, only they're not getting paid for it. So here's a chance to get paid for what you actually like doing out there. So this will involve looking around at what new projects are coming out for Cardano, what's going on in the ecosystem. Again, there's so much going on out there. I'm struggling to keep up with it all. And what I want is someone who's going to be out there looking at what's going on, putting together all of the information that I can then put the blog posts up on my Cardano with Paul channel. I am playing with the idea of a new site for Cardano, but I'm not sure yet whether I'll go that path or just put it all onto my own blog. But again, I'll be able to put videos together on some of these projects if I think they are really good, or if someone is looking for a new project, I want to have a place that they can go to find out everything about that project. Is it worth getting involved with that project? And that is the type of article I want to have up. So again, what you will be doing is researching the projects. Some projects you will be able to find yourself, come up with the article. Some of them I will find first and I will ask you to put the information together on, but this will be kind of working back and forward. And I put it up here as well. I'm open to any future options. So this is starting as a freelance opportunity where I pay per article, but I'm open to all sorts of working setups in the future. If this is something that works very well, then I want to be able to reward the person who is working with me and see what we can work on together going forward as well. So this is kind of a foot in the door. Looking here, it will be putting together what the project is actually doing, the problem they're solving, the competitors in the industry, information about the team's track record, proof that they have what it takes to make the project work. What do you like about the actual project, and what concerns do you have? So I don't want these articles to be like, oh, this project is great, it's launching on Cardano, so it has to be great. I want someone who's going to be, I suppose, critical in a way of all the projects that are coming out. I'd rather someone be overcritical of the new projects that are launching, rather than coming out and being very soft on them and saying that, oh, they're great, they're going to do this, they're going to do that. We've seen enough of that in crypto, where it's like, if you pick any industry and say this industry on the blockchain, and people get hyped about it. I want these articles to be real, to look into what type of value the project can bring, and even from an investment side, is it going to be a good investment to get involved in these projects early on? So again, the information is all there to fill it in. Email, name, Telegram username, Do you hold ADA? Obviously, it's not something that is a yes or a no to the job, but probably the person who is interested in this job holds ADA. What's your writing experience, crypto experience? Are you involved in the Cardano community? Again, these don't have to be huge long answers, just to give me an idea so I can see who this would suit. If you have writing online already, you can put in links here. What you would charge per article, because look, there's a huge range out here. This will be a dollar amount for roughly 1k words. So this is doing the research and putting the article together, something along the lines of what I've said up above. And again, some people will say they will do it for $5, some will do it for $100, some will do it for more. It's going to come down to, again, if someone has a lot of experience, obviously their pay rate is going to be a lot higher than someone who's coming into this new. And then, would you accept payment in ADA? So for me, the best payment method is ADA. I'm open to other methods if that is what works for someone. And then, have we talked before? Bit of a funny question, but I talk to so many people on a daily basis, and people have different usernames on Twitter, on their emails, on Telegram. So if we have talked before, then just put it in here so I can actually put it all together, that I know who is actually applying here. So thanks very much, guys. I do hope that you got some value from the video. If you're interested in the position, then I will put a link to that down below. Again, hit that like, subscribe if you are not, and I will talk to you guys very soon. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you soon.